Hey YouTubers, thank you so much for tuning back in. In this video, I'll be showing you how to replace a broken LCD of your Mix 4 that is from Xiaomi. I'll be showing you how to fix the broken buttons and then remove the struck SIM card. And also I'll be replacing the bottom USB flex cable. So let's dive. The buttons on this phone are very flimsy, they are easily broken. So if you are in China, you can get them replaced under warranty. But we are out of luck, so I'll be showing you how to replace them, like not replace them but repair them actually. As you can see, this is the broken screen. The whole of the right side is broken and it started expanding. As it's an OLED panel, the black mark kept on increasing, so I had to find a replacement. I got the replacement from Taobao for around 43 or 47 USD, I guess. Let's quickly see the replacement parts which I bought. That's the adhesive that I'll be using to fix this LCD to the body. This is the LCD screen. I can find, if you want to know the link from where I bought it, you can comment on this video. I'll be sharing the link. And the USB is broken, so that's the USB flex cable which I'll be replacing. That this part also I got it from Taobao, but I later found out that the mic is not working on this replacement. And finally the replacement SIM tray. Yeah, let's start with the repair. Things first, you'll be needing to turn off or power off the phone so that you don't short anything while you're repairing. So yeah, power off the phone first. As this is not the first time I'm opening the housing, it will open quite easily, but if you're opening it for the first time, you'll be needing to heat it a lot. So you'll be needing a heat gun. Try to heat the back housing and try to separate it. It'll take some time for the first time, so keep trying it. Use plastic tools, don't use metal tools for obvious reasons. And yeah, let me show you how to remove it. Once the back is separated, there's a flex cable which connects the USB to the back of the motherboard. So be careful when you're trying to remove it. You'll need to remove both the screws at the bottom. Yeah, twist the phone in the manner shown in the video, and then remove 2 screws, and then keep the screws properly on a magnetic pad. As you can see later in the video, I lost one of the screw and I fixed it using the only left screw. As you can see, at the edge that the flex is actually broken, so I'll be replacing it later. Let's start the process by removing the top screws which are at the top housing, and yeah, remove the screws. Screws from the top part are removed. You can remove the cover which is attached along with the wireless charging pad. So carefully pry it out and keep it aside. Once the top cover is out, you can remove the battery connectors and the bottom USB connector. So that's the flex. Be careful, don't use any metal prying tools to remove them. You can short the motherboard. So it's advisable that you remove the battery connectors so that you don't short any of the parts by mistake. So these are the 2 battery connectors. Remove both of them. We'll be removing the bottom screws, that is the bottom cover which will be housing the daughter board, and then we'll be testing the replacement LCD. So yeah, remove the screws and follow the video. For the bottom cover, you can find the flex cable which connects the LCD to the daughter board. Remove that. Over here we'll be placing our replacement LCD and test whether it's working fine. Now the LCD is connected to the daughter board. You need to connect the battery back to the motherboard, battery connectors back to the motherboard, and then use a screwdriver or any metal piece to short the volume button terminals or connectors and start the phone. Once the phone is turned on, you can check whether there are any dark spots or dead pixels on your LCD. Also check whether the touch is working on all the corners. And if there are any defects, I'm screwed. But luckily there are no defects, as I need to send the LCD panel back to China, and as of now it's very tough to send it back for replacement. After checking the LCD, if it is perfect, switch out the phone properly and then remove the battery connectors and then remove the LCD panel so that you don't short any of the components. Now that the LCD is checked, now comes the toughest part. You need to separate the frame from the LCD. To remove the screen, you'll be needing a lot of heat. So in order to heat the phone, you'll need to remove the motherboard and daughter board from the frame. So first let's do that. There'll be few screws that are needed to be removed. At least, yeah, there's only one screw. Yeah, once the screw is removed, carefully pry the LCD after removing all the connectors which are connected, and then remove the antenna connectors. Once the top motherboard is out, you can continue doing the same with the daughter board, which is at the bottom. The daughter boards out of the frame, you can remove the antenna cables which are routed through the side of the frame. If you want, you can remove the battery also from the frame. That's safer, but I didn't want to risk it. I don't want to destroy the battery, so I just left it to the frame. Now that every electric component is removed, let's heat the front part. Keep heating it so that the adhesive loosens and you can pry it back open. If you have multiple glass pieces which are protruding, or if your screen is too shattered to open, I suggest you use a tape to cover all the glasses so that they don't come in the way. And I'll be using isopropyl alcohol and a razor blade to separate the screen, as it is completely useless. Propyl alcohol will help loosen the adhesive, and it will be easier for us to separate the LCD from the frame. And you can keep heating it and then carefully remove it. Don't hurt your hand or fingers. So you need a lot of patience to remove it. And yeah, I'll continue the video. Once the LCD is completely separated from the frame, you'll be needing to remove all the adhesive strips. So use isopropyl alcohol to remove the residue. Also make sure that you recover the speaker mesh from the LCD, and you'll be needing to fix it back to the frame. Let us use a little adhesive to fix the speaker mesh back to the frame. Whole adhesive is removed from the frame, or the adhesive residue is removed from the frame, you're good to go to the next step. For fixing the LCD back to the screen, I'll be using these pre-cut adhesive strips which I bought from Taobao, and these will help me fix the screen properly. One thing you'll be needing to be careful is, like, you need to align it properly, and once you're sticking back the LCD, you'll be only having one shot to fix it properly. If you misalign it, you have to live with it. Now the pre-cut adhesive is fixed to the frame, we'll be removing all the plastic protective layers from the LCD and the adhesive. Once the adhesive's protective layer is removed, you'll be needing to fix the LCD to the frame, and be very careful while you're aligning it. You'll be having only one chance, as I told you previously, and I screwed up over here. I'll be reheating it and then fixing the alignment. So do it properly on the first time itself. Don't make the mistake which I did over here. Now that the LCD is fixed to the frame, I'll continue the process by removing the broken SIM tray from the holder. To pull the broken SIM tray from the holder, there is a small button at the side. That's the lever. You need to push it. That will slightly eject the SIM tray, and then you can pry it open. SIM tray is out. Let's fix the misalignment which I screwed up in the previous process. That is like fixing the LCD to the frame. So I'll heat it a bit and then try to realign it so that I can try to fix it. Now that the LCD is fixed, let's put back the daughter board in and route the antenna cables. Before I put back the motherboard, I'll be cleaning the lenses using a proper lens cleaner. For cleaning the lenses, I used a little thermal paste between the motherboard and the frame, and I haven't actually recorded the video, so you can do that too. Next up, let's put the motherboard back in and carefully put back all the connectors. Make sure that you don't leave any connectors below the motherboard. Now that all the connectors are connected, all the flex cables are also connected to the motherboard. I'll be using a new flex cable as a USB flex cable to replace it. The motherboard's back in the housing. Let us retest the LCD. The display on the LCD is working fine, and all the touches at the corners and everything, the brightness, everything are working perfectly fine. I'll clean the lenses one last time, and then as we have replaced the USB flex cable, let us test whether that is working. Once the USB is connected, you can see it's charging the phone, so it's working fine. Let's continue. Now that we confirm the replaced USB flex cable is working, let's put back the back cover and screw it back in. Now that the back cover is screwed back to the frame, let's retest it one more time before we close the cover. One last repair that's left out in this process is repairing the home button and the volume buttons which are broken. I'll be using hot glue to fix them back to the frame. So put a little hot glue at the corner, put it back in, and then heat it using the edge of the hot glue, that's the metal part, so that it's fixed to the frame. You can still click it, but it will be stuck back to the frame. So yeah, that's how you do it. Repeat the same for the volume button too. Now the buttons are fixed. Let's screw back the flex cable to the housing and close it. Now the phone's back. Let's use the new SIM card tray and replace the SIM and check whether the SIM cards are still working. Now that the LCD is working, let's test whether the fingerprint is working. I'm pretty sure the fingerprint will not work. You'll need to recalibrate it. So yeah, let's see that. As you can see, the fingerprint is not getting enrolled or it's not working because you'll need to calibrate once the LCD is changed. So to do that, you'll be needing to go back to the stock OS, that is MIUI, and I'll be showing you how to recalibrate the fingerprint without using any tools. Now that I'm back to the MIUI, that's the stock OS for the Xiaomi Mi Mix 4, we'll be needing to go to the settings and then click on My Devices and then go to Detail, Info and Specs, and then keep tapping on the kernel version. You'll be going to the CIT menu. That's the calibration menu where you can test all the sensors and everything. Access additional tools by clicking on the right top corner and then click on FOD fingerprint calibration. For the flash flat, I'll be using a white paper to calibrate it. For the next step of the process, which is the black flat, I'll be using my thumb in a vertical manner. For the final step of the fingerprint calibration, I'll be using my finger in the horizontal manner. Now the fingerprint calibration is completed. Let's see if the fingerprint enrollment works. As you can see, I was able to add a fingerprint, and if you're unable to add it for some reason, you can recalibrate it and then try again. So the unlock is also working. Let me quickly add another fingerprint just to be sure. So that's how you calibrate your fingerprint on a Xiaomi device without using any fingerprint tool. So if you like this video, do click on the thumbs up, and if you have any doubts, do leave the comments on the comment section. Thank you so much for watching this video, people. This is Vamsi from Tech Fortress, signing off.